Women are fundamentally unloyal. And it's funny because you'll hear a lot of women complain about how men aren't loyal to them. Well, if you understand hypergamy and how that works, then you understand a good deal of female nature. Hypergamy in and of itself is unloyal. To seek out the best quality man that you can get sounds kind of normal in a way, right? If you don't have any understanding of what real love is, if you don't have any understanding of what real value is, if you view life as something where it's only about, the outward circumstances, materialism, then it's easy to say, yes, I should seek the highest quality man, or I should seek the highest quality woman. Well, again, it depends on what you think is quality. If you're just looking for somebody who has money, somebody who has a nice house, somebody who's in shape, somebody who's good looking, all of that is on the outside, right? Now, it's not to say that those things are inherently bad in and of themselves. Be nice to have a nice house, be nice to be in shape, be nice to be healthy and good looking, and all those things are good, right? In and of themselves. But if that's what you want, if that's all it is that you look for in a partner, then something is intrinsically wrong, right? Something is intrinsically wrong. And I think that we have a world and a nation that is intrinsically wrong. Seeking the wrong things, right? So, what is real value? What is real quality? Inward quality. Some would say love. Some would say faithfulness. Some would say loyalty. But it's about finding somebody that you think is special. Not just finding the best person you can get. There's nothing really special about that. I can go out and I can get the best quality car that I can afford, right? Oh, I really like this car. It's a Mercedes, and it's the best I can afford, right? That's fine because it's a car, right? But there's nothing special about that. It's just like, this is the best I could get. This is the best quality. And this is a materialistic exchange. There's a materialistic exchange for a materialistic good there. So you are paying money to get the best quality thing that you can. And unfortunately, this is how people view relationships these days. Particularly, this is female nature. This is hypergamy, right? I've got this currency, which is my sexuality, my good looks. I'm going to use that to barter for the best quality man that I can get, the highest value man that I can get. This is the same as saying, I've got $80,000. I wish I could get the $160,000 car, but I can't because I don't have $160,000. All I have is $80,000. So what can I get with $80,000? Well, I can get this Mercedes. I can't get the Ferrari, but I can get the Mercedes. So let me get the Mercedes because that's the highest quality car I can get. That's the highest value car I can get for how much currency I have. This is how women view relationships. Many women. It's a bartering. And this is female nature. And I would argue to some extent, potentially male nature has fostered this. Particularly I'm going to go out and work, and I'm going to go out and get the best job and the best The most money I can get. And because of that, that determines my quality of life. My quality of life determines my social status. My social status determines the caliber of women I attract. This is animalistic. This is nature in its cruelest sense. Okay? And there are people who can't see past nature. There are people who can't see past that materialistic exchange of nature. Nature is the strongest survives. Nature is dog eat dog, right? Nature is cruel. Well, my argument is that humans have higher nature. We are higher sentient beings than just the mere animals. We might be animals biologically, but we have something in us that's higher than that. We have virtue, we have values in us that are higher. We have godliness, some would argue. We are higher sentient than just, hey, look at me, I'm the peacock with the brightest feathers. Hey, look at me, I got the best nest out of all the other male birds. Come nest in my, come be my mate, right? Hey, look at me, I'm the strongest lion in the pride. Now, these things might be triggers, they might be attractors, but in the same way that a man should look past her face, her legs, her breasts, her ass, and say, what kind of person is she? What about her personality? What about the quality of her character? In the same way, women should look past a man's income, his resources, his social status, his materialistic goods that he owns, and say, what kind of quality man is he? Well, unfortunately, this isn't happening. And unfortunately, this is the type of world that we live in. Unfortunately, that, if a woman even does look at those qualities, it's after she's made darn sure that he's got the money. So the money is a prerequisite. Then everything else comes, right? Even, I would say, before the money, he's got to be good looking, right? It's looks, money, status. And it doesn't say, it's not LSM or LMSP. It's not looks, money, status, personality. Or LMSC, looks, money, status, character, right? Or LMSH, looks, money, status, heart. What kind of heart does he have? Or even LMSL, looks, money, status, love. You see, in the real reality, when you take the red pill, in the real reality of what is really going on, love isn't even in the equation. Personality isn't even in the equation. Character isn't even in the equation. Him being special to her and her being special to him isn't even in the equation. Looks, money, status. Those are the first things women look for. Then maybe it's love. Then maybe it's personality. Then maybe it's, character. And he's amiable. And it's like, you need those prerequisites, which is fucked up because those are the things you should look for after, if at all. Okay, people want to be attracted to each other. That's natural. That's nature to an extent. Women should be attracted to men. Men should be attracted to women. That's bottom line basics. What happens is, though, the hypergamy kicks in, the materialism kicks in, and she chases the bad boys or she chases the guys with money. It's all fucked up, right? So potentially we could remedy this by teaching our daughters better. Potentially we can remedy this by, ourselves stepping back and saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm not going to play into that hypergamy. I'm not going to play into that, that whole ball game, because guys do. We play into it. as a man, you need to go out and work to take care of your family, right? You're not a real man. You ain't shit if you're not paying bills. You ain't shit if you're not taking care of your kids, right? And it's so easy to fall into that tool, that utility bracket. Well, you're a tool. You're a means to an end. You're not a real man unless you make money, unless you have resources. So what does that mean? That means that your personality doesn't matter. It means that your character doesn't matter. Even men view their own self-worth based upon their ability to provide resources. And considering how long we work, 8 hours a day, which is a third of our day, by the time we get home, we're usually too tired to even hit the gym. Barely have enough energy to say hello to our spouse, barely have enough energy to eat, barely have enough energy to do everything we need to do before it's time to go to bed. It's difficult to even be a father, really, because this is the modern demand on us. So it's easy, very easy to just say, oh, okay, well, a man's only worth is his ability to provide. Man's only worth is in the money that he dishes out. A man's only worth is in the fact that he's got a lease, he's paying bills. It's a pretty fucked up world we live in, man. Just something to think about. Appreciate you listening. Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast.